I'll be honest, I don't trust Donald Trump. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vultpod 6. Today I will be making a few announcements and some progress reports on things that I am doing around now. Okay, don't worry, Blood and Steel is going to come back, but most importantly, I have a new announcement to make. I have recently just become, I suppose you could call it affiliated, acquainted, or I suppose I have gotten the permission to use the music of DJ Wilhelm, also known as Captain Sir 99. I would like to thank him very much for this. You are probably hearing his music right now. I like it quite a lot. I am subscribed to him, and you should probably be subscribed to him too. Okay, and on another note, regarding the Calradia Overrun development, I would like to have your opinion on whether I should change the titles of the lords to various things based on various nations in Europe and Asia, just to add some variety to it. And I am saying that progress is going well on that, and when I upload the new version, I will make a video for playtesting it, both on the YouTube channel as well as on my ModDB page. Okay, and I suppose that's all the news that we are having today. Big questions. If you have anything controversial to ask, some big questions, I would gladly give it a go at answering them. If you have any questions to ask me about what I do, then I suppose you can go ahead and do that. On another note, I recently won a dance contest. I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, nobody would have thought I could dance that well, but apparently I can, and I was freestyling it the whole way. I could go to the disco and do it, but I'm not really up for the nightlife, you know? I mean, what do I do when it's late at night? Edit videos, that's what I do. Upload on YouTube. Anyway, I would like to thank Captain Sir 99, also known as DJ Wilhelm, for allowing me to use his wonderful music. You're very talented, and I thank you very much. On another announcement, a while ago I made a Darkscape video, and I have a second recording of Darkscape that I will be uploading soon, and I will add to it a brief thing that I accidentally recorded while bossing with my clan, and I suppose I will make it a sort of homage or look back to Darkscape and how wonderful it was to me, I guess. On another note, I suppose my Untergang parody is doing relatively well. At this point, it has 7 views. How much of those were just me reviewing the video because I liked it so much? I don't know. I think I went well on the dialogue there, and such. And speaking of ModDB, I have gotten some negative feedback for my mod, and I understand what it is. That people are talking about, things that people don't like about my Mountain Blade mod. I mean, I put in the summary and the description, as well as an article what to expect from the mod, and apparently people expected something more. even when I told them exactly what to expect, they decided to hold my mod up to, I suppose, the proverbial candle of the really big, really popular mods such as Prophecy of Pendor, Perisno, Warsword Conquest, such big game-changing things that I'll be honest, I do not have the resources to make such things. But my mod is a small-scale mod that only modifies a few issues in the main game. It doesn't change anything big. However, the changes in the unit types and what you can do with the units, certainly the increase in number of bandits do change the gameplay slightly. And I have gotten a hate comment as well. Said mod maker should kill himself, and I'm thinking it wasn't that bad, guys. It was, I mean, I don't think anyone should kill themselves, let's be honest. I don't think that's a good solution to any problem, really. I mean, unless you are about to be raped to death, I can see when somebody would want to kill themselves at that moment. That is understandable, but simply because people don't like your something that you've made doesn't mean that suddenly your life is worthless. I mean, so I want to encourage anyone else that gets such hate comments saying you to kill yourself, don't do it. I haven't done it. I'm fine today. In fact, I feel better for it. I feel more prepared for harsh criticism now that I've finally heard something that, in fact, I feel overjoyed now. I have finally been worthy of somebody's genuine hate, not hate of anything that I've made, but hate of me and my person. I think it just makes me want to laugh out loud. I'll, I guess, fabricate a laugh of some sort here. Something like, ha 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 ha! Yes! 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 Oh yeah! Okay, that was a bit extreme, but thank you all for listening to my, I suppose, you could call it a rant. Speaking of politics now, suddenly shifting into a completely different topic. Politics, right now in the USA, which is very important in the world due to some pretty obvious reasons. If you don't know why, then I encourage you to find out why the USA is important in global politics. It is, I think, an interesting thing to study. But of course, I personally like to study a large variety of things. I'm sort of, I guess you could call it eclectic, Renaissance man. I like making music, making mods. Sometimes I like thinking scientific theories, so I guess I'm varied in that manner. But politics, Trump is on the rise, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Ted Cruz, those four are the candidates in the US. John Kasich is in there too, but it's doubtful that he'll make it. Personally, I'm hoping for Ted Cruz. I'll be honest, I don't trust Donald Trump. I mean, people say he has business experience. However, that is entirely different from actual political experience, which is more relevant to politics. People say that politicians are something that they want to reject, something that they don't like. Excuse me for a moment. Intermission! Back to your regular programming! Now, where were we? I had an interruption there. I had to answer the door. Anyway, politics, I think. Ted Cruz, I think he's a nice guy. I mean, Donald Trump calls him Lying Ted. And the way he does it, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want somebody that goes around and slanders people all the time. I mean, let's be honest, it's just... I mean, there's a difference between being tough and being a dick. Let's say it like that. For example, the same difference between the load-bearing capability of a bone and pardon the word, bonaire. So yeah, there is a difference, and I'll be honest, Trump, he keeps saying that Ted Cruz is a liar, and the thing is, the way he says it, he doesn't say what he lied about, while at the same time, a lot more can be said about Trump in a similar vein. So, and you know, Ted Cruz could have gone lying Trump, and he hasn't. So, I think we'll see who the better man is at that. Furthermore, even the people that vote for Trump, a lot of it seems to be very emotional, just from the way I've seen it in my community. And on that note, it would be also interesting to say that going back to the idea of politics and outsiders, Trump isn't really an outsider. I mean, he's been around all these politicians for decades, because as a big businessman, he always makes, he says he makes deals, and he does with all these politicians, as we see with John Kerry and Hillary Clinton and John Boehner and such, all these people that he plays golf with. Speaking about golf, apparently it's not good for the shoulders. I mean, I don't play golf, but a lot of old people, who played golf all their lives, their shoulders are broken now. So that's problematic, I'd say. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, a bit too socialist for me, I'll be honest. Also Hillary Clinton, a bit too, I guess you could say, dishonest for me as well. Bernie Sanders seems a lot more honest about the things that he stands for and what he wants to do. However, there's a simple problem that he hasn't really been able to pass much while he was in Congress, and also he is a bit he won't get bipartisan support. Let's leave it at that. Not that bipartisan support is important, because it's not. I mean, if parties, let's be honest, both parties have serious issues, and anyone who goes too far one way is obviously not going to get the support of the other party, because the country has been polarized in such a manner. So my conclusion is, I like Ted Cruz. I think he has good values and a good character, and also the good record that one needs to elect someone who would be a good president. Donald Trump, I don't really care for his character. His values are questionable, and his experience is not relevant to the subject. Hillary Clinton has a lot of experience, and her character and her values do not align with mine. Same thing with Bernie Sanders. He has a better character, but I still do not like the socialist values. I'm more of a free market capitalist myself. And, well, if you really think about it, the way a society works, or the way any organization needs to work, is that there has to be someone who employs others. I'm talking about complete communism, not something that Bernie Sanders is for, but something that certainly his side of the party leans towards. And this complete communism, if you don't have someone above or below, something crumbles. There has to be a hierarchy of command, or a hierarchy of economy. in the same sense. That is how economies become the most stable, and the healthiest economies work in such a manner. It's not nice to think that there have to be poor people, but that is simply the way it is unless we somehow manage to have a surplus of a lot more resources, in which case, and also a way to acquire them that is relatively easy, in which case we will not need to have such social stratification. However, that isn't happening. And also, another issue is the fact that people naturally seem to do ill will towards each other, or to have greed, which is something that really cannot be overcome by education. I mean, you can teach people to be nice people, but not everyone that you teach to be nice will be nice. It's just something that sometimes it does not work. And because of that, we cannot build some ideal communist society. So that's it. Because of resource allocation, and I suppose you could call it the fallibility of man, we cannot create a communist society. And that is why I'm not a communist. Okay, I suppose that's it for today. What else could I talk about? I've just talked about politics, philosophy to some degree, what I'm doing on YouTube, and if you have any requests for videos, or if you want a tutorial on how to make some Mountain Blade mods using text, using the text documents, I would be glad to help you, as I have some experience in that. And on another note, I hope to perhaps someday get a better microphone. I mean, my microphone is not the best, as anyone that would have seen it would know. I mean, it's this tiny thing that's attached to my headphone, and it's not even a jutting out microphone. It's more of a thing that's attached to the cord that's going down, so it's sort of attached to my chest in that manner, but not actually attached to my chest, because that would be rather disturbing to me, because that would mean I would not be able to remove my headphones from my person, which is a disadvantage. For example, if you're in a fight, somebody can grab it. It's like having long hair. You don't want to have long hair if you're going to be in hand-to-hand combat with a lot of people, because it becomes something that people will grab. In fact, speaking of long hair and getting into a fight and people grabbing it, a common place where rapists a male rapist would first grab a woman who has long hair would be the hair. It's something that's easy to grab, and it allows you some degree of control of the movement of the head. So, in other words, if you're going to be fighting people, cut your hair short, or wear a turban or something. Turbans. I don't really have anything against people who wear turbans. I think a turban is okay. I mean, I don't wear a turban, but that's just me. It's my culture. My culture does not wear turbans. But if your culture does, more power to you. So thank you all for listening, and I suppose you'll hear me all next time.